Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. I'm honestly kind of hesitant to film today's video because as you can see by the title, today I'm going to share with you my Gatekeep perfumes. If you don't know what gatekeeping means, it's basically when you find that one product, whether it be perfume, makeup, skincare, body care. I think we all have these kinds of products that we love so much and you're just like, I need to keep this to myself. Nobody can know about this, especially when it comes to perfumes, because I want to be the only person that smells like these perfumes. And so I definitely have kept these perfumes on the low key. You may have heard me talk about some of these maybe here and there, and they just kind of disappeared off my channel. And that's because I just don't like to talk about them too much because I don't want the whole world smelling like these. Not saying that I have this like huge platform and now that I mention these perfumes, the whole world is gonna sell them out. But I have a little bit of a platform. You know, sharing it with anybody just means that one more person is gonna smell like me. And these are just scents that I want to keep to myself, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna share them with the world because they just need to be shared. They're so good that they need more love. Nobody talks about these perfumes. You may have heard maybe one or two people at most talk about these, but they are super underrated. And I tried to keep it that way because I just want to keep them to myself. But today I decided, you know what, I'm gonna share them with the world. So if you want to know what my little Gatekeep perfumes are, then just keep watching this video. I will tell you though, if you do buy these for yourself, don't share it with other people, okay? Keep it to yourself. With that said, let's get straight into it. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. By the way, a little bonus is that a lot of these are on more of the affordable side. Not all, but a lot of them are. So let's start with perfume number one. I think I may have hauled this once on my channel. I don't even remember when. And then I don't think I ever have spoken about this perfume ever again because I love it so much and I'm savoring every last drop, and I'm actually gonna be ordering a backup here very soon. This one I have here is only a 1 fluid ounce and I need me a bigger backup. I think you can literally get a full size 100 ml bottle of this for probably under 30 bucks. This perfume is called Downtown by Calvin Klein. Nobody talks about this perfume, but I will give credit to Miss Selena G because she put me onto this perfume, not personally. I was watching one of her videos and I love her perfume recommendations and she talks about this perfume and I bought it and it has become truly such a big favorite of mine. And so thank you to her because she is the only person I have ever heard talk about this perfume. So credit goes to her for putting me on, and now I'm gonna put you guys on. This is a little gem. I get so many compliments on this perfume. It's actually crazy. This is one of my husband's favorite perfumes on me. If I have this on, he's gonna make it a point to tell me I smell good that day. In here we have pear, plum, Italian lemon, bergamot, Tunisian neroli, middle notes of gardenia, pink pepper, violet leaf, and base notes of musk, Texas cedar, incense, and vetiver. This is fruity. It has this juicy, sweet, plummy pear kind of mixture. You do get a little bit of zestiness in it, just pretty much slightly when it first opens up, but I would say the opening is definitely dominated more so by that pear and the plum, so it's more juicy sweet than crisp and tart. But then it has this beautiful sort of slight pink peppery spice to it. It does have gardenia, which I think I can smell in this, but it's not putting me off for whatever reason because gardenia is one of my least favorite notes. I think a lot of the times gardenia can smell dated. It doesn't in this whatsoever. I love the violet leaf. I love violet as a note in itself. It's a very warm, sweet, almost floral that kind of almost has a powderiness to it. And then the base, it's just cedary, it's woody. It does have incense and vetiver. I don't think I really smell either or. I don't smell a super or any type of like smokiness to this, and I maybe get a little slight hint of this greenness to it. I think seeing those two notes in the base would make you think that they play a big role in here, and I just don't think that they do. It is more so just a fresh, uplifting scent with a little sweet fruitiness to it, but it's got depth. I love this scent. It's a scent I will always have in my collection, and I have to put you guys on. Next one is a little bit higher up in price, but super good, and nobody talks about this perfume. I don't know why. It is by Estee Lauder, and this is called Bronze Goddess. I'm gonna try not to move the bottle around too much as I am known to do because it's a mirrored bottle and I don't want to blind you. Bronze Goddess is quite literally the name. This will make you smell like a bronze goddess. It is the most perfect, sexy coconut with just the right amount of suntan lotion-y scent in it. Think of tan skin, glowing skin, maybe a little bit of shimmer, sparkle, just literally fresh out the beach, but you're like getting ready to go out for dinner. That's what this smells like. Another super highly complimented scent, and again, I hesitate talking about this because this is truly so special and I have no clue why nobody talks about it, but I'm talking about it. This has top notes of mandarin orange, ginger, and bergamot, middle notes of coconut, frangipani, jasmine sambac, and base notes of vanilla, cashmere wood, amber, and musk. I think the notes perfectly embody what this smells. It's a coconut, really beachy, tropical kind of scent with a ton of vanilla. It has a cashmere woody sort of vibe with a good amount of amber, just kind of rounding everything out. It's slightly spicy. I mean, if you want to smell like bronze goddess this summer, you need bronze goddess. And this is actually an older bottle of bronze goddess. They have since formulated this scent, and I really hope they haven't changed the scent because the bottle now looks completely different. It's in this clear bottle now, but I still have a good amount of this that I just haven't used too much because for me this is a very specific scent. I pretty much only pull this out for the summertime specifically because it literally smells like summer in a bottle. But once I do run out of this, I'm glad that they haven't discontinued this scent or anything like that. I would be interested in getting the new bottle. I just hope that they smell the same. So let me know if you've tried the old one and the new reformulations. Let me know in the comments if they're the same. I've always said how much I love Alien here on my channel. I'm a huge fan of Alien by, well, Mugler now, but originally Thierry Mugler. Since they signed over to L'Oreal, they have changed up a lot of their scents, and I'm not a fan of that because they definitely went a little bit more mainstream, whereas OG Thierry Mugler was so unique and always gave you something so out of the box. His perfumes just didn't smell like all the other perfumes that are on the market, and ever since they signed to L'Oreal, they do, which is very unfortunate. But anyways, that's a story for another time. Today I'm talking about this little gem. This is a flanker of Alien. Most of the time I do love the OGs as opposed to flankers because I just think it doesn't get any better than the OG. But this one is so good. It's kind of like along the same. I wouldn't say it's any better than Alien. I think it's just equally as good, mainly because it has a lot of similarity to Alien. So I think that's why I love it so much, but it's also different. This has a little bit more notes than OG Alien, which only has 3 notes. And here you get more of a spice. So it's like the OG Alien with more of this spicy, gingery, cinnamon sort of mixture that I love in here. I think it adds so much more to the scent, even though OG Alien is already super strong to begin with, but something about those spicy notes in here give it an extra level of seductiveness, sexiness. It just steps it up a notch, which I wouldn't even think was possible considering the OG Alien is ultra sexy to begin with, at least for me. I know it's very polarizing, it's not for everybody. This is just like that with more spice and almost more sweetness. This has a vanilla note that I believe the OG does not. OG Alien only has jasmine, sambac, cashmere, and amber in the notes, whereas in here they've added those spicy notes such as the ginger and the cinnamon, as well as a vanilla note and a tuberose note. So although that tuberose I don't think is making that much of a difference, the vanilla and the spicy notes definitely are. It's not talked about at all, and I personally haven't talked about it a lot on my channel because I love this scent and I want to keep it all to myself. But now I'm sharing it with you because it's a little gem. If you love the OG Alien, you would love Alien Fusion. I've actually talked about this next perfume a little bit more than some of these other perfumes that I just barely have spoken about on my channel, but this is still a very underrated perfume nobody talks about, and I am kind of gatekeeping this because I think it's truly a gem. It's so inexpensive and it's been discontinued. This came out, I believe, in 2012. So it's been around for a minute, but you can find it online. I believe it's still on like FragranceNet and all these online retailers. So you can still buy this if you want it. But the OG Selena Gomez perfume, this is a very odd bottle. I've never been a fan of this bottle. It's really strange. I think it's supposed to look like a vase with flowers, but it has like lips at the top. It's just a very bulky, clunky, too big kind of bottle. It takes up way too much space. Not a fan. Not ideal for traveling, which I would love to do with this scent, but I never have because where the hell am I gonna put this? The scent itself though is a true little masterpiece. No, it's not the most complex, unique thing you've ever smelled in your life, but is it good? Is it gonna get you compliments? And is it freaking delicious? Yes, yes, and yes. This is the fruitiest little cocktail. Oh my god, this is so good. This is so freaking good. It's like a bowl of fruits, but you added whipped cream all over it. It's a very creamy, dense sort of scent, but it's all fruits. And those fruits in here are pineapple, raspberry, peach, and orange. In the middle, you also get blackberry, freesia, and musk. And then in the base, you get dark chocolate, vanilla, coconut, and amber. Super delicious notes, and I pretty much can smell a good mixture of all of those. I would say minus the freesia. I don't really get freesia or really that much musk in here. This is just fruits to me. It's a fruity cocktail that is very almost milky, but also maybe slightly chocolatey with vanilla and coconut. I think those two are giving that creamy whipped cream lactonic sort of vibe to this scent. If you're looking for just an ultra fruity scent, this is it. This scent will make you smell delicious. Speaking of edibly delicious, this next scent, nobody talks about this. Like, I have not heard anybody talk about this. I discovered this when I worked with this brand, but this video is not sponsored. This is by the brand Be Layered, and they make a lot of dupe kind of fragrances. They're another one of these dupe houses, but they also have this line of their own original scents as well, and this is one of their original scents. This is purely called Gelato. This perfume smells like ice cream. It smells like vanilla ice cream on a super hot summer's day, and it's just so refreshing and so yummy. It only has whipped cream and ice cream in the notes, so obviously that's all it is to this. Pretty much if you want to smell edible and like ice cream, this is it. It's lactonic, it's creamy, it's vanilla-y, it's sugary, it's quite literally edible. There's really no better way to explain this other than vanilla ice cream. Next is definitely a discontinued scent. I hate to show this, but I'm gonna show it because I'm sure maybe some of you have this in your collections. Maybe you can pull it out if you've perhaps forgotten about this perfume. But Wondstruck by Taylor Swift. I know this used to be super hyped back in the day when it first came out, and now obviously nobody talks about it because it's just not mainstream anymore. It's not being sold. You can't really easily get this. And I know with the Enchanted Wondstruck, which I had in my collection and recently decluttered just because I didn't really care for it, people were upcharging for that perfume like crazy. That perfume when it came out was probably max, even for a full size, probably like 50 bucks. Now people are overselling a little tiny 1 fluid ounce bottle like this for like $400 online, like on eBay, Mercari, whatever. That's crazy to me. I don't think I would ever pay that kind of price point for this scent, but this is so good. The OG one specifically is so good. Wondstruck smells like a little fairy. It's like a fairy scent. It smells very whimsical. It's very sweet. It for sure has that typical celebrity scent kind of DNA to it, but there's just something about this that I love, and I think all of you that have had this in your collections just know how special this perfume is. This has top notes of raspberry, blackberry, tea, apple blossom, and freesia, middle notes of vanilla, honeysuckle, hibiscus, and base notes of peach, sandalwood, amber, and musk. Honestly, I would say this is a sugary, candied berry kind of scent with a lot of vanilla, maybe a touch of florals, but the florals are very sweet florals, warm florals, not mature smelling at all. This is definitely more of a juvenile scent. I mean, that's pretty much the audience that it was aimed for when it first came out. Pretty much a fragrance for like teenagers, but I wear this to this day. Then I have another really delicious scent. This is by Laura Mercier, and this is called Ombre Veni. Eau Gourmand Ombre Veni. Now I have seen that they have reformulated this and repackaged it. It now looks like this. I really hope they haven't changed the scents. I'm not really sure. You can let me know in the comments if you have tried both of these. I lucked out and got this at a TJ Maxx a couple years back, and this truly is a masterpiece of a fragrance. It smells a lot like Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa 62 to me. So a lot of the times I love layering this with the Bum Bum cream, and this on top is so delicious because this, although it kind of smells like the pistachio-y kind of nutty nuances that the Cheirosa 62 scent also has. This is way more gourmand. It is like that scent, but more cakey, more lactonic, creamier, and just more delicious. This has top notes of tangerine and orchid, middle notes of brown sugar, almond, and heliotrope, and base notes of coconut and sandalwood. It's just a sugary, coconutty, but not beachy coconutty. Maybe slightly tropical, but more so gourmand coconut, very, very sweet, super sugary, and a little bit nutty, warm florals, and almost like Cheirosa 62 if that scent had more of like a ambery note to it. It just feels way more rounded out and creamier. Nobody talks about it. Nobody even talks about the newer formulation either, so it's not like it's just this one. But I truly think if people knew about this, they would go crazy for it. And then the very last scent that I'm gatekeeping, this perfume, I feel like more people do talk about this, and this is very, very new to my collection. But if you saw the video that I hauled this in, which was very, very recent, so this has just quickly made this gatekeep list of mine, and I only have a travel size for now because I actually have a full size coming on the way to me right now. This little sample was sent to me. I worked with ScentAngel.com, which carry a lot of really luxury niche fragrances on their site, and I fell in love with one of their perfumes, which was Noxos by Xerjoff. This perfume has made my probably top 10 perfumes for life, and that's a bold statement coming out of somebody that has had almost 300 perfumes in their collection at one point. And I said it in that video, but I'll say it again, this is the perfume I've been trying to find my entire life. It is the perfect embodiment of everything I love. It's so sexy. I know I overuse that word a lot on my channel, and honestly it's because perfumes that I look for have to be sexy. Like, that's a criteria that my perfumes have to have for me. At least most of them, I like sexy perfumes. So if I keep saying sexy perfumes on my channel, it's because those perfumes are sexy, so I am describing them as such. And this is a sexy perfume. It's so almost like provocative, very signature scent worthy at the same time. It reminds me of just a hot girl. She's like a boss woman. I don't even know. I'm just like spewing words at this point. And here you get lavender, bergamot, lemon, middle notes of honey and cinnamon, cashmere, jasmine sambac, and base notes of tobacco leaf, vanilla, and tonka bean. It has a lot of elements that I love in perfumes, like spice, honey, so it has that sweetness. It has this cashmere sort of woody vibe. We have jasmine in this one, and jasmine is one of my all-time favorite florals, if not probably my favorite floral. I really do love lavender in scents as well, and lavender can low-key kind of be a little on the masculine side, and I think in this perfume, this is a unisex perfume, it does lean slightly masculine, but I think that's what makes it so sexy at the same time. And although it does have that masculine sort of aspect, when you actually spray it on your skin, it's going to take on more of a feminine feel. And I know that because I sprayed this perfume on me and on my husband, and it smells like two completely different perfumes. On him, it takes on more of a cologne-y masculine sort of scent, like a typical cologne scent, whereas on me it smells more feminine. I think that tobacco leaf definitely gives this a bit of an edge, but then you have that vanilla and tonka bean, which really round it out and give it that sweetness. It's so good. It's all around such a good freaking scent, and it's like the scent of my dreams. Literally no exaggeration. That is pretty much it for my gatekeep perfumes. These are the perfumes that I want to share with nobody, the perfumes that I probably wouldn't share if I didn't have a YouTube channel, obviously. Like, I would tell nobody about these perfumes. Even if people asked, I'd probably tell them another perfume just so that they didn't wear the same perfume that I wore. I'm obviously joking because I'm sharing this with all 67,000 of you, so obviously I'm not one to gatekeep. But if I were to gatekeep, these would be my gatekeep perfumes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you were brave enough to let us know your gatekeep perfumes, drop them in the comments. But that is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.